Hey, 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 rise and shine, and welcome to a new solo episode of the ASOM experience. How amazing it is to be live again today. We are at episode 31, and 30 was last one. It was an interview, and we've hit a new milestone with more and more people connecting from everywhere, new countries, new faces, and always new topics, exciting ideas to share s- interesting experiences and stories from our people who are jumping on the podcast. I'm very grateful for each and every one of you who's trusting and who's joining and who's being open and authentic. So, you listening or watching, whatever you're doing, thank you for being here. You are part of the ASOM experience, and I'm very grateful for that. Today is a new solo episode. So, basically, as you know, in every solo episode, we cover a new topic, and we are still covering tips on having an exciting and productive 2022. 2022 is still in February, um, well, beginning, and I'm recording this in February. So I just want you to know that January was just an introduction, and February too. Give yourself some time before you start judging and assessing your new year. You might have had some difficult experiences in the beginning of the year. You might have had some bad news, some situations, and also know that we are going through a hard time on a collective level. The world is going through a hard time. I mean, that been said, you definitely are aware of the level of fear and stress and anxiety that's happening all around us. So just want to say and share with you some strength and ideas and tips on how to be stronger and how to be more clear in your daily life. And know that the ASOM experience uh, is not the key to your questions or to your uh, problems. We do not. That's not the goal of the ASOM experience. Here, what we do is we share ideas, stories, experiences that could resonate. And if you're able to take 10, 20%, 30%, if it could be one sentence or one word that I've said and that that resonated with you, that's more than enough. It's gonna make me happy. So today's episode is around the fourth tip on having an exciting and productive 2022, and it is about your fears. I'm gonna start with this question, and that question I keep asking myself when I am at my lowest times, which is, what are my fears? So tell me, what are yours? What are your fears? That's really exciting. Instead of asking you what are your strengths and what are your actual fears? And when was the last time you truly connected with your fears and actually became friends with them? Because that's the only way. And after years of experience, and I'm still learning, um, I've realized that fears are inevitable, they are with you, and they will always be with you. However, the more you become acquainted with them and the more you become comfortable with them being around, the more they will not bother you, or basically, the less they will bother you. So, what are your fears, first of all? In order for you to identify your fears, I'm not going to ask you to go and jump off a cliff or do something crazy. Your fears are within you, either way, whether you're right now walking, running, cooking at the gym. Excuse me, there are always certain triggers that are gonna make you fearful, whether it's relationships, whether it is your work, whether it is your health, whether it is um, family, anything around you that can trigger you in a way or another can also be a form or a sign of fear. So let's do that exercise again, and I'm going to invite you to close your eyes and start breathing gently in and out, in and out, and slowly start remembering or recalling the last time you were afraid. Try to remember that moment, that day, that time in your life where you were afraid and you were so aware of being afraid. And once you're there, continue breathing and slowly try to connect with the feelings that you are getting while being in that place. Try to connect with the feelings. Try to see how does that feel in you physically first of all, and then mentally, and then emotionally. Take your time to feel all of these on different levels. Continue breathing gently. Know that you're completely safe. You're not there. You're just imagining and visualizing yourself being there. But it is truly important for you to go there now. Take another few seconds. And whenever you're ready, slowly start opening your eyes again. Yeah, that felt really powerful. Just being able to allow yourself also to go there, because many of us hide, many of us avoid, block, reject all of these feelings because we want to be strong, but that's not being strong. That's just bypassing. So now that you've connected with these feelings, with that fear, and you looked at these fears, you saw them, you put the light on them. If you continuously practice this method and this technique through that type of meditation, let's call it this technique or meditation, if you do that, you're going to be more and more aware of these fears that could rise up in your life. Meaning that the next time you will have new fears, you are going to be able to handle them in a better, more aware way. And why am I saying this? Because you will always have fears. Some old fears, some new fears, and many of them repeat and repeat and repeat themselves. So allow yourself, feel safe, and go there, connect with them. And in the end, you realize that they are your friends. They are there to guide you, to help you, to support you. And why is this topic so important? Why is it one of the 7 tips for 2022 and for your entire life? Is that everything you do in your life is going to be affected and influenced by your fears. So whatever you're trying to create in your life right now, whatever you're building, whatever you're trying to achieve, whether it's a relationship, whether it's a new job, a project, a trip, all of that, as long as you have fears within you, they are going to block you. Unless you become aware of them and you become friends with them. I hope that was clear. I hope that was useful and helpful. Practice this technique over and over again. It is going to guide you the same way it guided me. Wherever you are, whether it's day or night, thank you again. Please send some feedback, send some love, share, subscribe, and the best is yet to come. So wish you an amazing day or an amazing night, and see you next week.